Yeah, it's been really good. We don't have our women's rangers set up yet back on Darumbal country, but coming up here was to see how everything works and what the women do. And what I've noticed is they just do exactly the same as the men. I think people forget too that, Aboriginal women, they are, like I said, the keepers of stories, knowledge and language also. Then they have those stories to share and they have that knowledge to share, especially about land and sea country. Oh, I really love the drone. We did learned how to use the drone, but we also learned how coding to auto fly, and that was so great. I really, really enjoyed that. But yeah, just listening to the guest speakers that they had from the different groups, they shared a lot of what they do out on country, and hopefully, with that, hearing them and what they do, we'll be able to go back and sit around the table when we get back home to be able to put something together so that our women can do this also on, our country.
Well, it's good to come and reconnect with women and share our stories because when I think about it, for me, coming to these, being the only woman in my group, and as a woman ranger, I see it as really important for me to learn to teach the next generation that are coming through. I think it's important because I always say that it's part of our identity, our cultural, in a cultural sense, especially language, because it carries a lot of our stories, and I believe when stories are told in language, it's strengthening as well. Well, especially standing in the line of the new to the old, and I've been in my position for 10 years plus now, and to see in the 7 years how from the beginning there's been a big change over in women. Like, it's grown, it's definitely grown in that time. And to see younger ones coming through, I want to give them a big hug and go, you're doing this for everyone, especially First Nation people. And I think the Ranger Forum does that. It brings everybody together and looking and seeing other sisters, what they're going through in country and sharing their stories. It just gives us, I find that it gives me this courage to want to speak louder and to mentor these young females as they're coming through as well. No, it's been awesome.
My favourite part was hearing about everybody else's story. So their ranger bases, what they've accomplished, and the things that they do and how it's different to us in the Torres Strait. Kind of just expected it just to be everybody sit down in a room and just listen to speeches like other agencies speaking. I didn't expect to meet other female rangers that was willing to share their stories in their communities. We would definitely like to see more ranger positions. It's a great program. A lot of people are interested in it. More female rangers, the better. Ranger program is a male-dominated workplace, but with female rangers coming through, a lot more of us would make us feel a little bit more comfortable in a male-dominated workplace.
I think the highlight for the 2 days here at the Women's Networking here in Cooktown was being able to see all the wonderful Indigenous women from all around Queensland and getting to do all the workshop here, which was the art fish workshop. I really enjoyed that, and I've never seen an artwork done with real fish, and this has actually given me and inspired me to go back home and try something new. I've actually learned to be a really positive leader now, so I've gone back to my community and have inspired other women, and I've been recognized by my elders as I started joining this program, so recognition is coming from my community as well. It makes me feel proud that we can invite more and more women to these workshops, and women that are striving to achieve and care for their country. It's important because of having valuable areas and sacred sites on our land. it's, you know, women hold a big key role, and we are as mothers as well, you know, we have that leadership in us, so it has inspired me, and I believe what we put as our theme, we believe in it.